0550567929 0550567929 Emubia no the fa hono me beken card amount. Catch us on facebook.com/Kessben FM and I say Kessben TV program be yaba e ba kire wadwene fafa ho na yenken kan fama se de munra munina mu hwe yi artwork and nam social media e ba na nkofo frame bisa me sa Ziega oba busa ne say Ziega oba busa ne say ejebo ejanya ba bedru. Today we have Madi Jibril, Deputy National Director of National Democratic Elections at the National Democratic Congress, Deputy National Director of Elections and IT at the National Democratic Congress. Ababe Kensa, Yababedi Ablekuma North, before, during, and after. Ablekuma North for home komo tia webi na yajama di because wa brepa madi muakwaba. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Wako pa. Wako pa.
Asisebe manyame.
Ma mishra ube 5 seconds in the hand.
Kessben 92.9 FM.
Okay. Now, and you want to be told here.
A life of the party.
Yes.
A life of the party. A sham crying.
Bapa.
A sham crying.
Yes. Yeah. Almost launching you in 1992. Oh, Victoria Park. Me na me wo hobby. Uncle Juelaka. Na me swapa that anamo. Na yen share Ablekuma North. Any idea? Na ya start here album chronize NDC to say office to say any man. Yeah, office to say.
Nedi kama menchia viewers any listeners and pay. Meka say party NDC office. Niji womu. Niji womu no say at least cost 7 months no. So we show which last year. Nsema man for kan ye on our flag bearer. Any party say nsema ye kan terror campaign no. Intimate this so. Now and there when we say we are fulfilling the promises you know. Energy.
Yeah.
Energy because any political party beyond elections. Oba promise we oba what me in the first 7 months you know. What me fulfilling the promises you know. Impact woman. So baka yo mampeni nkufo we promised during the campaign on the ministers do oba no say we dem misremo me ana meka ye na monfa me boni nchemi na mentimi mbie mu appoint bebre we have seen that the only person who didn't do that what dey kwahia mremo ye na nado ono no
what dey free abem
dey bi kwahia mremo mine na kase kwahia mremo
okay we kase o mine no ka ha
because
odi ye kwahia mremo sana person
yes because you see you got the opportunity, the goodwill was there. Obaka say me can say but I didn't be who you know na entisa na me ye no keke but obey say challenge nti obi a nti me ye ne say na eti oba ministers issue a o ka say we more than 80 the corruption member no go pay 126 nti if you have the other president aba na we asema work on me 60 ministers. No, if I were 54 crowd initial 56 na what the juma eko o see me ba me more money na the dollar above form discipline be economy ne mo nti ohun say wo ye nyema say no a you are happy onim say na organizer MPP organizer be assembly man yeah elections we campaign o see ma di we dey month me ntuo ye assembly message dey fragadam na mo ye ndo what is say a release canal bet you no see my challenge so edie with the minimum say make say
2600
2 months so so we dey na come obi anti because pressure be so me say e kan anti music because say the me say be do some bempesi
all right afi yankwa Ablekuma quickly Ablekuma ho sensem in fact yenya a lot of interaction with you. Time na meti ha ni ade na ne simultaneously course I want the NPP ni banter back and forth ni ade. Yen si mon kro no biem ni anhwa ade. Ablekuma ye hyase free hin ye ba bedru ba bi edu ye dokoto I run off the ko run off.
Mr. Ablekuma North echo election as 276 constituency in echo elections after 2024.
Yeah.
Almost 280 polling station plus one special voting center and take away 281. Almost to about 80 million as will be 80 to about in his polling station ye. But ever do collation center no. Almost to me a collation 116 polling stations are pink sheet available by electoral commission. But in the course of the collation, and I basa BC and the electoral commission material essay. MPP also claim me say on material essay. And this is to say essay. And at the point, you know, you see a stop process because I won't pink sheet, I won't even continue the process.
And this is your pink sheet.
Yes, that time no say pink sheet I say because I see a list.
And NPP is yes, the assay.
Yes.
And is in the assay.
Yes, if I can say no company say only the assay.
On the D can
say until one to me content. Now the aka 165.
Na then abasa ne buy.
Basa dey no that was election day. About for me to say but at that time I will blame military the police because 2024 police share your boss say take charge of the collation center. In fact, baby a collation. As against the ECP because someone pay space and take block area but people went beyond that and then destruction by it. And on the 7th, and I joined a collective on the 8th. And on the 9th December, and the NDC cast your pink sheets in be.
Momo pink sheet na mo cast assay.
Say that in the copy be your pink sheets, you know.
And Munya no hefa.
54 pink sheets. They are the almost say on your pink sheets, you know. And the share political.
Maybe person who say. We know when I director of
because we can't say I say no. Because say direct at that time no. Someone for say I say. But I believe he say now they were not sure. They ain't say they ain't say yeah. Until almost that day. So if you can see they say 1 year be you know they went back. But Obia Kotata say they 1 year.
So they were able to get 54 out of 281.
No, out of the 165 now I say no.
Why? Okay, 165.
So you use 116 on the day.
Okay, nobody can use 16. Yes. It's not one. Nobody can use 106.
116.
116. Yes. Okay. And then I say.
165.
165. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna 281. Okay.
It's
165 now. Can I move?
And this is 54 by.
Oh, okay.
And this is 54 by. No. Once a by elections.
It's 111.
A by elections around. Say. Yes, any pink sheets. Na parties in a contest elections, you know. Me the pink sheet back. No more do 2 more, especially when it's a carbonated no. Now, but other parties do 2 more. Oh, document we no. E no na use you to make 2 more. Yes, you will say obeji e dey ejuma. So what I say, the party nya say pink sheet na we kita no. You do 2 more. Yes, it me the car.
Somebody now must sign.
Yes. You 2 more. After signing krapono, say make it na me other panic so when no say yes there dan say ya. The okita no there no na edi ejuma no. Enti
say eh there na rep no signature also.
Yes, enti 54 no e dey count. E ko 219.
Okay.
Now the 219 no and then that is where there was some collation declaration. When say the declaration be say because pinch it any biom no 219 no total na NDC candidate lead you know they so they we need a declare results on the NDC candidate at that time on the 9th but MPP challenge which that challenge was legitimate because so collect announce result that akano say Bob one na plus the uncle of to vote F2 about a police station no that the count na the ma say minister can contest election na vote a wozika wo no say did the aka no mamun to abane the comedy na ntimi ampa wo de no so a it will declare results so declare the results
can happen ya de be ka ho kwa until I will be winning ntimi sisahwe
but that time no result na aka no na edoso na ka 62 polling station
after somebody 54 no kwa ka ho ma de 219 next aka 62
yeah that's the two no na vote na ewo mu no it's about almost 14,000 23,000 until me and declare results so the NPP were right to vote
24,000
not 24,000 because 12 no crap na 37 na almost 12,000 until omukọ court no say they be ejuma mu ye no ntimi ngina say ya quality results nti court no share say yisi enkoye ne juma onkoye ne juma won ye ejuma say won ye so what you say nti that time on 21st December omo back to court omo back to collation no NPP so say wakota tase bi nti wane 25 pink sheets
also the 25
okay. After that issues then people see the 25 pink sheets
I'm about I save that so time no mo call court share isi so men aduma no na isi say court see isi me ya aduma be because at that time say no omuni all day
on say omo argue on the declaration say any rights in the legal
that are omo declare my wine
omo declare my NDC candidate
all been say we
but you see technically because maybe the police station na come
edoso
like ni dudu okra vote na wo mo no edoso
yeah which is about 24,000
every month sa every determine won't mean declare result it doesn't mean say so 219 na they can one you cannot declare result if it doesn't make a change you can declare results so court initially say that declaration is null and void into omunko wi omejuma it's easy
which they should come and make sure that all the 280
no be yen say no be no because yes na yen ejuma into omunpa back no and NPP so say when 25 of the pink sheets of the hard copy nyama yakani na a hard copy
yeah
into omunpa no and yes so G2 based on the first agreement with the parties na omu first one no into omu decide 25 no ebe ka at that point MPP say when need hard copy biom NDC need hard copy biom in the back 37 polling station any pink sheets enti yisi ehun sa no o say challenge aba and what trauma political parties headquarters NDC NMPP say baby akodu no na mombra na be hia yenhwe ekwan betimi a resolve issue we na say 37 polling stations nti meeting 26 December eho en electoral commission ka say ono de woni pink sheet ni bio nti yen no so yen chite say obi bia ebetimi aya at that point e ka che omo say yes you any pink sheet en ho na MPP ka say omo de say the most scan document of the 37 polling stations
scan document
nti be ya yen use ya no nti ka say Zanka more scan document it should have been the same on the 9th now. Mukoya mukasi mo ni pink sheet. 21st mo ni pink sheet. And there mukasi mo pink sheet every every in the world of IT and AI. This conversation about this ebeje to. Now on the 7th December na muka say where say no your scan document in identity and share and find ya. A bed din say make see dey at that point.
It scan document ni dia.
A pink sheet
ni na am scanning.
I'm scanning on pink sheet that is even police.
And on one na yes adwuma no.
Oh,
easy. And I say all the no akọ scanning.
But you scanning
for now what reserve.
Record records now.
For records.
But easy any requirement say was scan document. Because one first scan document any adwuma. Enti yes argument at yisi IPAC meeting no and MPP free meeting no they say the next meeting I say yisi say okay we been say mo ka crap on first scan document mbra na yen tira han hwe yen go beyond a scan document ABS candidates that ben ye in Denya MPP free honor and I'm call court bill. Nagabet at ye once
which NDC also did agree.
I agree that no Mufambra
Scan document
at the high park level because yet just mere scan. We'll go beyond how did you scan it? Phone ben of the year, a bear boya now. Nanka first solution. And MPP free ho. That means you don't come say I'm from scan document in Brano. And I'm call court to you. I'm call court on application of McDonald's. McDonald's no who share a buying institution say ye bibi. At that time want to be in Kase, me wadino ana minibi. What you say?
McDermott's ne me chemu cheti for say in law na che say me show say me catch your court say on show say yes I do.
Yes I say. Enti court say yisi koye. Yisi so oh I only say you can force the horse to the riverside but you cannot force him to drink the water no. But yisi allow himself to be forced to drink the water. Scan document na yan hwe mo nwie no. E na yisi kwaji tu omu. Say what the collation. So what I say because who's a court want to be bia into a buyer no the only thing that you could have done.
So what did the court tell
that be McDermott say o say ko wie ojuma one can say you scan document
ba say o ka say onko wie na duma e yen hye
ma kire ojuma na ka obeye e yen hye na ojuma na obeye no e na ko ye Friday we no say me nipping sheet but me wie me ojuma no me ni result no I'm declaring the area for rerun so we can finish the program.
And I person me say the NPP application NPP de court no. And no share isi so be rerun but was when you the scan.
That be one can scan. Because the NPP also didn't take scan to the area.
Okay, so almost share
because see the assumption is say NPP call here no. To say isi it was scan our document and ammonia collation.
Okay.
That's the understanding of the judge. Say, wakita document na 1 year collation. Into collation. More being stop. Okay, I said the first court no collation no. They were able to have some pink sheets. So, you say available space no for hard copy document. Perhaps you can use incomplete. Member obim get the police and everyone to give the protection to go and do the work. And don't buy no, and I'm use MPP scan documents. Without even understanding that scan document, MOG. At that point, you know, I'm afraid inside of my friend party, you know, and I'm afraid almost all my friend agents. So they went there to do collation. You know, after my collation, and I'm like 3 polling stations. I'm one person. I'm quite SI issue, no.
That's easy.
You see, now because MPP, no quite SI issue scan, no, and I'm something at a range of 3 polling stations. And I be in GDB so now they came back to report to IPAC.
Okay, so save that. Time now no more yes scan. There were no NDC rep.
In fact, per our argument, they say I'm free.
But na mo rep.
Rep echo
mo agent. Mo rep.
Yeah, agent.
But na senka in the actual sense.
Na ka mo
free mo fair mo
no. Meeting na
san o makọ.
Na ka o na ka because okay, mo say share nkwa BBS here. But they went and did what they want to do. Nti omo ba IPAC. I'm not 3 problem no. Nti omo ba IPAC meeting. And I'm reporting say o my year Ablekuma North coalitions in na wi aka 3 police station. Now I'm here police protection. And we and when I make say, Madam J Mensa, because me committed no. Misinformation now on penny for him no. And it is a yen we at 38, 37 polling station argument no ha. And so about IPAC say open your more. It was saying go back to 37 nubio. Because you catch it almost say some pray mo you come back to the same table. Enti ebeya me we issue no e table we so and send it to me a solve a problem no. Enti IPAC na ho e na chairman share say munsan ko hie bio enka asem no because report na modern ma me no enti say na ma di e ka no and this e ka nde enti my opportunity to come and meet again the 13th February we argue strong argument say the NTN me use scan document eni mramu omo ntimi says e wo mramu we omo prove mra e kire say o to me use scan document Enti ye de per se the bet me solve my kwanchire in the future no yen ye rerun of that 37 polling station. Now mo to aba no e resem you should decide enya me no bet na officer me pay way me pay way. So this area we meet no and you say okay say okay what your argument and people say oh there once you see aka say why 34 out of 37 aka 3 na mojina without an argument and people argument they be and say you say why 34 you say why 34 aka 3 enti omo dia ho na mojina na omo dia man who say why 34 enti BT dey we omo say omo try am reason omo final decision from March April let am ba inti party yes I try easy say easy asem we delay so up to date man try because the people of Ablekuma North young representative you try first letter to remind them am try then we wrote the second letter now to explain the issues to the because you say you commit a public issue inti try mo denti aye scan document no e dey come easy yeah try easy to respond these two letters no. And you say why a press conference say omo de mawi omojuma omo nya police nti omo ko share police ama omo protection to go and then finish the elections. That was around in May. Nti omo ko na me friend Dr. Bossman say you know mo aka asem at least need ye mo kra no say mo nya conclusion kra pa mo try na mo frɛ ye no so 20 minutes time wo me letter o letter na ready o my response 20 minutes time I'm back. That day, full day, I'm back. So the next day, and I'm of course our press conference to meet IGP. Almost share IGP because it is almost share IGP. Into the trauma IGP say you see besiamo based on some more Canada. You pay say we my kwenya say muntie ansa na collation bia say be ya ebeje tumu.
That an IGP change.
That change.
Near Yasama. So Dr. Yonu no. Okay.
Into you see ko share police njo be a press conference say am ready say on the security nti am share date crap say they will go to do the collation
na chese sa 3 na na nkomo kan sa 3 no intimacy sachet
that means if anything is to go by some for 3 and can so I will be antimi win election.
Oh sir,
yes
and I feel no mo declaration for what
that means they want to do collation of the 3
okay 3 na
if you don't need pink sheet to know on person go use MPP scan document no so you could share IGP I say ya tell MPP use abeshia but in 7 years by Israel my any easy we issues no ansa na oba bibia waye nti yisi ka MPP say IGP my trouble yisi nti trouble yisi say yisi ye pese no mu enti ye ho ase ansa na bibia akoso eho na am san troye say omo de omo gina bibia omo gina no my 34 polling station scan document collation aka3 na 3 need the police and now here, but they are not ready to do rerun. At that point, they can't rerun issue. They are not ready to do rerun. Inti anche and amusan call la bena je mensa freye and the 12 because became back and forth of the issue. Inti I pack sa freye biom say ensambra meeting. That's on the 12th June. Sika call 12th June meeting no. This time around, for the first time, Ablekuma North issue the James Abetine Mobi.
I see.
Until you say argument na ye. Chromu inyama no amu ye ya. Mrakwan untimi use scan document no. Enfanye juma. MPP su dia oman argument ni dey say why mumusi why 34 until 34. In fact, you go to the point say yisi e can be my boje men sakrapo ehun. Say Pinches na yi se ka say asay no omu ya mu final collation with MPP scan document no presiding officers ni bi e di pinches frame fi di baye.
I see.
Yeah. Enti be sad election the director of electoral affairs say una okasa wo mesre wo imra kwai mu say to abewie a pinches na di ma presiding officer for Kofi omu si dey bi say won fa Kofi a no that dey fi aba enya illegal.
Ade na ode ka ho
ade nti na oje ade compare we illegal we club also na ka wonche omo Nti Ziega yes and the men who say no explanation no they have to now listen and then make their decisions. Nti ye free meeting now ye twom so metro ye back. You want na ye say boss man sanko parliament. Woko parliament you know so because any say obeko brief on one side entry. We also brief our leaders. Say leaders.
Our parliament
focus. Yes, I didn't know I'm going to tell you no. These are the arguments. And the man who say you suspect say obeko brief only one-sided issue say or we akatre. But issues you need presiding officer say omo ye dey no mo ye. So obeko report to you ka say omo dey omo nyere na bia omo ye 34. Ziega. But the parliament omo ko argument na see your parliament nti. I believe it's omo raise issues emano CI 127 say una ultimi ekasi result we correct any correct. So only pink sheet it is said will be out to about wakasi result na out no rejected. Intentime nju emma me accept obi scan document. See but omo frɛ other parties no mati omo. You see free meeting no. Say omo ye meet 12 July, 12 June. Omo free meeting no na omo frɛ ye meet. The substance frɛ ye bio. Say on the first yan sambre meeting. And as I meet you way soon, because my stand on the issues, they call me directly. Say, where the say you issue we once and for all. And to yambra. Ziega ya cause I meet anopa. Some frame me on phone and some show letter. Ya come meet anopa no. I want say elections here elections in dynamics.
Almost show of phone so
they follow me.
Almost the formal
they call me to discuss say why me say we can only resolve this around the table. Enye gidi. In fact, omo miensa no frame me, omo the phone to speaker. Miensa and na me kasa ye.
Okay.
And anopa me committee no. Ye committee anopa no. And nsa frame boss me boss man. Meeting no am afraid ye no. Me say wo frame me. E be ambushi elections we o. So what I say, me say ambush e be ebomu. Me mpe problem. Enti okas in fact operate me grab ka say oh madi me yes sir the percent e wan say so na okaje mensa say me say e be ambushi omo omo ambushi enti e call here the first opening remark of the mensa o say madi ya mbase be ambushi obia this is on record oh Ziega o jejuma we ayache enti obetuma bo blows bi wan na as stabilizing
but to be a director of elections you have to be smart power. Just smarter.
Okay. Inte call meeting no. Je mensa e ka say madi ha ya ba no. Enye say ba ambushi o. And I say okay. We first stage you know. But God be so good that day no je mensa nkasa na bomb pae. And o ka say nde Nyankopon bo na nde yen 90 be so problem we. Na enokore omu ne obi ebeka na nde. Okay? That word no for to make one sam. Some pipe on asem no. Eti obisa say 2 weeks I be hia no. Infa na edi asem na kodu say. Ziega enti e ka kire o say okay. Ye de ejina be ejina 37 na ewo. Na nka 62 na epe but e say no de ejina 37. MPP so say they be once a year aka say oba 34 no. Ompa police enko ye 3. Na yisi say okay ati NDC wati MPP. This is their findings. On the 1st July meeting, no, this is their finding. That meeting, so Evans, any former MPP, Parliament MP for Ablekuma Central, and a buyer, many Edoji, lawyer Edoji, and a coyer. This is me say, and this is so both two deputies in the Mensa, and all the directors were meeting no more for the first time. The Mensa say, Omutushemu amu ye. Friends, scanning document of MPP no. Omu ye validation no say also omu ndi ntumu no. Omu timi ye only 18 validate only 18
out of
37
no.
Omu ye only 18. Na who say 3 e wo hodada. Yenye 16 no aka no. Die oye hu juma omu timi validate ye no. Mr. Benjamin Banubio no. Wantimi anya obia ontimi anya document bi anya yisi presiding officer bia ntimi amboa amontimi validate document no because of say omo timi validate 18 omo nya presiding officers of 18 polling stations and agents so e wo ho once an agent e wo YJ tumu no omo yi 18 every 37 no
let's akoka 19
but 19 no de omo ntimi anya presiding officer be bia mbeji ntumu okay enti omo ka asa no ebo MPP for bri eje mensan kan say decision ni MPP say more evidence say yeah all the 34 validation
amanaka 3
mun kan wa aman ka hwe musumi officers misuma am say mun ye juma no say mu was one year 34 be a man afi na me mo me no e different na mun kan obi aso ntimi anka bibia
na say NPP for coin they were not able to defend Isatri na kano they be omu defend but then madam Jinmen Sanya kan say omu hwehwemu no aba ne kire say the tie no omantimi apu ma dia issue
I'm telling you omantimi anka say dey bi ye wo ho no polling station 19 no and 16 no menya presiding officer ebeye omantimi anka I'm telling you the only thing like I say so wait or what they be the man can try that's the only word
it can be baby
yes nti omo issues me sorry ka tira omo say je mensa mo kai say ka tira omo say yeah elections is beyond the 80 office air condition worker any dynamics they work from because one part report in here because in some you mo kan say mo anya 16 no e we krata no mo mamo even though yamba ho no it will truck that say police station man validate but bubu ya asem na guye man to bu anye checks no so je mesam bisa obi en fact na wo say question ni me mo almost for about 5 minutes no be antimi nkasa
I see
ni director for electoral affairs I Mr. Benjamin Banyobio and o ka say ono na eye lead this process no because share all the 19 presiding officers, almost see they are not ready to come out to come and validate any scan documents. Until one baby I'm doing the NG 18 no into.
Okay. So in Kura Boni no, and then I may arrive on the 19 police station at Yakokora.
Until Hono, me said MPP first say they didn't accept the decision.
Meeting us.
We say accept this. A press conference. Say they didn't agree. There was conclusion.
And I'm just so almost a press conference say
at the
meeting at the meeting no more accepted there. I say rerun of 19.
But after this new year you see my date of elections. Date now it's what discussed at the meeting Say Anji went tomorrow. Will you have discussed time of the elections? Yes, he catch say elections, within from the day now share, in 2 weeks time, within that time, date be bom. Share date be suitable. So yanko ye juma toward the 2 weeks. Ye free we should but the date or date be ochna. But share the exact date, but I am call beyond 2 weeks. So to be within the 2 weeks. Until Okra make I say, Madam Adentina, yeah, we every 1 week. No, PNG a winning free because
that's it back and forth.
In terms of yes. 2. Say MPP and Gian tomorrow, we discuss security at the meeting.
For rerun.
Oh, the rerun. Of the rerun.
But not a security say 3 police stations
on the rerun. In fact, the person who raised the security issue was from an MPP rep. Say how sure can we protect the people of Ablekuma North? That until the mention can say no, be involve all the team to look at the security issues and assure. Again, they also raise into Muno. Now rerun MC no he was involved in the elections in the 2024. Into MC they say Obama peaceful. These are discussions of MPP. So it proves as you say you accepted the decision
because you are coming out with conditions. And it's no maybe not just say udi rerun home commodity and what you have to say.
Yes. In fact, when we even were having the discussion, Ezekiel, about say young ko here and penny for me I say unim ya three Ablekuma North for us ache. Until yet we are ready to accept this is some way. Until you free me PA ko friend mention chairman. Say chairman, pacho this is a easy ama ye pe approval. O say muna follow program no so far. Say we na easy e kan. Mama reason montimi a challenge 18 no a. Munjintu mu na yanyi we free.
Dey na mo small pan say Ablekuma Benya representation or parliament.
Whoever wins. MPP so mo from chairman so a. Say mo ni chairman.
We dey have a chairman.
Baby e kai o meeting mo say Ivan some dem chairman no ana wotu kwan. Mo ni chairman ntie etu ma say mo tima Kofi akofre. Ma mo from general secretary. Omo ntimi omo say omo dem Kofi akọ home penny for. So we ended that meeting on the in fact I was even challenging the 18. And the men secretary said, "Madi, don't go to that way."
The 19.
The 19. That be 18 no a. Omo ji two mo no.
Okay.
Na kan be say omo nche ya kwan a. Omo di kwa me say, "Oh, na adomi kwa benyama di." Wo kai say enya presiding officer and agent eji police station ba ku two mo. And the kwan no ana. Yeah we. Until we ended the meeting and it is the best solution because unim by elections so na yisi nipping sheets. Na parties argument on their issues. The only thing YC can do to allow the who participated in this to do. Okay. Because any party for an issue your minor issue.
Okay. Ma DJ Brain and yenene Commonwealth Director of Elections and IT at the National Democratic Congress. You bet me the wadwe channel ba mo share Facebook ne TV no Kessben TV no number ne na TV no so no ubetimi 0550596929 eno normal text line or the buy back in card amount and a WhatsApp line so hot ni na or the buy back in card amount messages number I'll take my time near reading back just year before year called during the run but before that year 2 ways how many parliamentary candidates and political parties now can IPAC yes. To only two parties before the general election
parliamentary two
deeper two
yes presidential na
other political parties okay can I person be say so other political parties obi anya in fact
I think I said this thing several times say nanka your third party another party no but say me on pink sheet we can resolve this issue
it is there no e there na share
say there that one runs over no na ashe
and obi question no
okay
so yan kwa Ablekuma say nyame anim ne krani yemu bia e kasa radio so empanifu enu o madi nkomo political scientists political analysts social commentators uko bia nipa bebre say violence in a ban ewo ho no NDC for na kofa de bae madam Hawa Kumsi attack deputy national organizer Lloyd Quaid mo attack no any one or two incidents BCC no NDC for the critics anomani na
it's unfortunate election violence be it a parliamentary presidential internal elections nobody supports it offer your registration 2024 unso bi wuye e wodoma okay 2024 offer MPP internal elections in your bobi ni mama ni say this century so at any given time be as a violence back at the polling station as elections more somebody will be seen to accuse what you are saying.
Yeah.
So anybody has that right to accuse, especially when there are two parties. Once I have busika, the madi ne busika, meboa. But then they see, I think that is where we need to start also now looking at it. As a party, we are against anything violence in the elections because we have always maintained say peaceful anytime. The MPP cannot win any elections when we are around say election without any violence in the elections. we are it's unfortunate but fine they can accuse us but we have asking the police to do investigation now. The wire Bonibia Womono should be able to be take after issue. But however, also enye mrakwan mu say who call polling station bia who to make it a second pepper spray and a two environment polling station. So that issue say obi be to free fear say me call polling station akita your friend say pepper spray police anti me and chino then that means who allow her to hold that pepper spray. It is against the laws of this country. So we call polling station we get pepper spray. Even the police are not allowed to hold those things. Police are assigned the polling station.
Ammunition.
Ammunition. I dare weapon be when you so. Into so big it pepper spray the fifia. But I ben and all the baho. But I ben and all.
Madam no ojina hono. Emu we say na pepper spray no kutani ti no mo attack.
At the moment investigation yes I jumano. I am not going to go into the but I'm saying say you call elections polling station biano say you call park stadium. Only so ntimi mfa toa nso enko football park. Into so bit me snake toa at the football park so it means it has intention to use to hurt somebody.
I see. So
these are the issues make. But apart from that, elections no there. Make I say the argument MPP here say rerun any solution. No, the MPP accepted and believe say it is a solution because they participated in the election fully. Fully, they say any voting day no. Almost say before MPP ever court no. Now MPP follow easy process of the elections. Court no. On say you print your ballot papers. Easy trauma on the 3rd. So on the 4th, sorry, on the 6th. Say, me be print your ballot papers. Inti bun fa agent mbra. Later no call Emma General Secretary of the MPP. And eba ho. The following day, ye the names of agent Emma easy. Because I will call printing house. One for agent ma easy. Or mudia. On to me call printing house. In the MPP, General Secretary, press conference, no. No, we are directing agent of a printing house to go to the printing house. You call printing house, so they came there. One George, George, and about for MPP. I'm a year was supervisor, you was signing, say, me, my because at that time, a new candidate, and ever. Symbol of MPP no hono and na ye de ejumano.
It means that they sanction the
MPP
person.
sanction in fact it a bunch of amudina a bunch of mokasi yankon na ye fragadam. Because in law so kasi mean contest elections are. Able to parliament say we.
You don't have to participate in everything.
I don't be simple omunim. Obo dia ma yisi. One chocolate which means
okay. George Nkrumah. Yes, Ablekuma.
Yes. Ablekuma North.
MPP.
One. George Nkrumah so was a former chairman of the Ablekuma North constituency. MPP no mo kan na mo dada man for illegal. But in any case, the court. Court ka say, who say no ka say. And me ka say yesi any constitutional process duty I be elected parliamentary candidate and I say MP and I say presidential. Untimi intante elections no. I think I said it before. So I was surprised that lawyers now money now nim sa issues no. But the mere say we file injunction, apply injunction no. It doesn't mean that they will stop their process. Yesi process na elections na call no. The MPP accepted it and legal election. In fact, in the entrance meeting say Mameno party nature. But you see, when you have a serious political party, this one could have been sanctioned.
Yeah, it's true.
But because the MPP, Kufuaka Chirae, say omuni penny for omo. Penny so akano so mumbuno. So they are not advised well.
Okay.
But we have leaders, we have elders in the party. And to say fighting for rerun, we fought for it for the future of this country. And it was said. And elections, so. When you say one of the credible and the peaceful elections, all my 2 agents per police station, nobody in any of the polling station sign say elections we mean result.
Okay, say election na
election
ya crowd ya TB but only say
that is why amudi nkwanchen issues no ebe say the credibility of
mama di ye branding no em say the pese nya no ayenya na ye papa mu ebrasem no besan babio so the fia de no
there be say me no aha
ye obesan babio but ti we free home me
okay
madam Jimensa o hwe back and forth na se me ankasa kra na me ne otu a ye di nkomi se me investigate anase me guesstimate normal na ekoso na echi o sabe ka kire yen se NPP form there which she could have done it way back am ya solve problem no and then the election 2020 we declare 2 times afoko website were different limited registration almost the numbers bad Dr. Manobuama a dispute to almost no creator no ma begia to BVD machine e binyirai e che no ma begia to mo party no chairman ura se do nketi ase madam Jimensa soko NPP General Secretary say per the cost no dey ahwe obe support me who infographic bisa but I'm not too sure say on na akasa de
okay
mamu misa o kan sa de okay fine mamu misa wo to as a director of elections and IT at the National Democratic Congress deputy director the bia on ma no committee the competence to say o so say as say yi ma me free
Ziega ma kan we officially baby I say ade esi Ablekuma North ya twi ache so a we even adding 16 into it ya validate akoya parliamentary thing aye din o man yimu Ziega me say na ka presidential la na ka jail to man yimu so if they have showed this character information or you validate then you go to parliament you validate okay police una we problem no enye o my security ebeye when you know say why illegality 16 ewomo for 16 regions illegality in presidential in 2028 if the same people were going to manage elections what kind of election do we all get so are you comfortable to allow these people to run the next elections with this thing are you comfortable
me medical ka so mo
again
the medical ka the only competent person left there Dr. Sribuokweku
again my from bra okay say during registration you can say register no enye credible they held press conference a dispute asema yeka ama mampeni kufo eko your friends okay ya oko France eka say nsem na ye kan ensem hu
2.9 FM
later on by say asema yeka na pa on by re-exhibition
okay
sir me per se so to me hide information detailed information that can affect the entire elections what do you think the new future election will be
okay
me can say but I believe you said with what I've told you with what I told you
what na ho asem ba
mama sorry only me say elections are 2024 you see am for tablet and polling stations say o scanning results asende nti yisi so got machines a procurement na wo ye ba won say Ablekuma North issues omo ka say omo nye rerun omo na ka say omo nye rerun no ba yisi etiwa ko top tablet say omo be two box no we election we voting now they will scan the pink sheet and send to headquarters. The question is when did you decide to do rerun? When did you decide to do procurement of that thing? Who did you train on that one? So if you listen, if not, Nankupon Eboa said, we have officers in NDC who were determined to protect our votes genuinely. Nanka by now, Nanka focus was see Nanka Baomian declare results, one accept result in Tema, Nanka Masa. What lose elections, answer na you could do point, Instead of becoming in Tema, no, Baomian announcement over here, no. We announcement for campaign on Yonkasa internal elections.
Okay.
Inti Mr. Madam say wa maye.
Yes, that's it.
Mesaba.
With
the pressure. E wo mu e kra but my main fact when you nchia me nua Evans party na ha no. Party na ha.
Evans ni mako.
On party na ha ni credibility.
I see.
Oka dey meeting no mo. But the party na get nti obi enkoka e dey press conference. And on my yes, I saw the ABI on national report here, but I believe they will report you now. General Secretary, no, where the games also one few be.
Okay. Madi Jibril deputy director Edema National Democratic Congress elections and IT Edema National Democratic Congress. At a super morning flight, Maakye Jumedie on Kessben 92.9 megahertz. We are also live on a Kessben TV, DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 121. Sabre die, Madi Jibril, deputy national deputy director of elections and IT at the National Democratic Congress na matisi na atwetwe komo awie no na sabre enche yene the head of missions Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council and board member Commonwealth Human Rights Office Africa Ura Dr. John Apia ebetwetwe komo in the shortest time munya botrepa ye ba beka Ablekuma ho asembiem ye ba beka NDC government ene mo visa samwa ene first pa na ke kwakwaje a eye 5 years na ne ya tete so tot no nini nani ebeka ye ba beka ho asem na before that no best brain for abba na mami for we share best brain for mutie say kwakwasi edu herba and prayer center for me control say omo de edro nwa so mienu bi de aba na edutwam unsie waduro bi ho a obu na duro sayade bebrebe yare be 100 wom de omo ne sa eduro mienu pe eno omo de aba kwakwasi edu herba and prayer center omo say omo de gidie herba mixture ena inkurumdie herba mixture ena de aba na gidie herba mixture no say obi arthritis ewo so ena wo ya bayi abubu agoba bia no wage leaf na akwakwatena fi ose enukwase basa arthritis ni tuni yetwa wonam yetwa onuane bebrebe wuntimi ni ma ho ma kwakwasi edu ese num gidie herba mixture ebetu arthritis na se ene se ebesoso anu ebetu ase amanako amwaje ofa ahudie bodily general bodily pains wunya adwuma bia so hunam ni na ayo ya yare bi teto ohia gidie herba mixture afi malaria fever malaria fever na typhoid fever ebetene tedi amount ena make say awona buy so no toto Sabolina no ene aduane nan ye betimi aka ne hye ansa ne yedi ebia ye nwunu ma Sabolina na abesisi so yedi koye yembo ye ho ban esese ye boye ho ban ansa achi ye nso a ye nusu gidie herba mixture malaria no enso no toto na epan tontom no ebekwa akofa yare de aba fenkunum die herba mixture no ene de adutwam o wose osa bia wo so bia ye bukuro onsa am ye tue waduane abofo na ye tete wo ama o just discomfort to wani nji wo wiase sometimes ye o se okra ba wiase you're there because we yam na bibia want to say kro e wo yam na setete wane ha dwene ye pa wo se ose bia no enkunumdie herba mixture na ebetenete e dia maw menstrual cramps oba ye do adane calendar wadroni ene enkunumdie herba mixture na ubenya bia to e wo pharmacy bia ne herba shop bia upe bia kwako yusu ana apedo sopo akwakoto number is 0558 639865 0558639865 emubia no fra ye bejo so na sabre best brain for ababetna se na best brain for say omo babe asha Dr. John Apia omo babe asha in edi amaye best brain for abetna se ofamo akwa ba o
ye je papa
ebi aboko de
e ho Kofi Ziega
bu t-shirt we de ana me fe pa best brain mbra me bako yes but the other time me namo na mu se mu yini bonam sa ha no mo wo wa sentina mo books no nkora no pay eye yi pa da bi wo ye yi bu se akora ne mu wa yi bi ese o trotro sa aposo
right no come on roof
e ti wo de pen ne manual
and also o troko se kakra wo se
to on system
ne sanu fe Ziega hu hie o achro hu hie keke
je so opeso osua achro no na to the adena man o de on sensa musa bi onu at sensa sa
na o boa no hu se no bisia so pencil pen bibiem kakra sa no de den de ko ndi ne my down so pa Ziega
I see yakwe
Ziega me choro ma chiefo yina se de bia ka no best brain dey say o pese o to good foundation e ma obada achi de a best brain book nko na timi boa ma o yesa de no de ka no best brain ye books ni na kaji ni na atum afa books ade be kasa na king kan emre so wo di sua de a oti asententem na eboa de sua pa yi Ziega on se de be kasa ye from crèche a kosi ss edika be crèche kakra fa ne chro e be nursery afa be kg ene ho ye ba in basic ni kakra we basic 1 mathematics on say akrono de be mfie nsia and all kwa no and also maths On say ne ma horo bebrebe ne timi bu abofra no e ma de osua no etimi kan timi pa de dikan no wo de ma ye nhwe sene a osia ye na e bu abofra no ye pa ma zi ne nze 1 2 3 de edimu akotin ye pa nanso yo ne ma horo bebre ho a e bu ye zika on say kane no ye say o counting stick on eno e bu ye pa that's practical thing abofra no betumi de aye enti 1 2 3 no osua no ese onya kan say counting stick e den e ka ho no say we baako we mienu we miensa we nine oduo kwa akosi 10 na won say na afodu no kane na ye penso de na eta de bieti won say won na sport na say and say 3 on now they call class
na mo bebrebe
aha and then sane man say no atwamu but and no betum destroy aye betum atwitwa na pieces won say e ma kran ka say feel the oil den oye no ena ma e dance on say practical e carbo front yan ye botan ne say ade na abofra no sua no e be kanitim se timi kanitim a enko entina ehun hia say onya best brain book enti hwe say o chabo fran say onya sa counting stick na ode be den ode be kan we kan sa 1 up to 100 o kan so onua you e bia so ne spelling say den e wo ho e bia spelling say den e wo ho enti 1 onum say bisa spelling no 2 onum say bisa spelling 3 onum say bisa den spelling sa no de den no de ko oben sa no de ko kakra wakan akosi say 50 onwie obeto aso ni nyina so e bia spelling say den e wo ho enti o say e bra osia se na obesi hu say wage on ma say wage on ma say no onwie how is spelling adon so den e ka ho bi pa na de bi e ka say ye book ne dance ziga so hwe hase a wa ma QR code e wa hase eno han say sa 1 2 3 a osia ya no obetima sa scanning na asa ba ma no asa dey wa seti book ben na obenya wo unya book bia best brain book nko a afi on say de be ka say more examples ebo mo friend ye pa enti o more examples abofra no e be bo abofra na okọ anim no hu de bia a kire kakra sa ziga onim say lude so etim disua de o de hwe wa lude fe amai lude na o no on say e say obokoto na account no asa ba kire and once wa here no 1 up to 100 no and the evan say akwakodu be 89 e no wona account o ba beto say on say o di suande o ama o hu sa figures ne numbers ne o hu ne ye e bia o be kan say 95 e no wa account o ba beto say o be 84 on say kakra abofo ne hu ne ma horo bia e ma na de aka ne tim yi if you say ye practical thing e be bo abofo no aka ne tim ene ye de hu hia yen pa yi brekro na okos kakra no yo kan say if you say skip counting and also yo say be skip 2 skip 3 4 wa hihye ni nyina fe a eno no assignment abofo no examples bebrebe bra abofo no koso ye no na e ka ne tim afi zika enko ade baako hu hia pa ye measurement on kwa fa so measure ade on se kwa bebrebe fa so measure ade na nam say ye practical thing de bia ye mamofro na nkasa atimi ye bi on se itimi de ye nan esusu ade on se practical ma abofra na nye enti se abofra no ofi na ne maame afọ book yi na oye measurement no so ono amfa de nan to ade on se kan na ne bo 4 post no odo na ne be measure aha ye ka se wa hakura e betun de nan po ato ne hu se ye nan na de to endodo se afia de yensa enso de eto ade me no ba bi eti me ti de me inside de am measure on say practical thing na abofra no be dey obeye enti hwese bra abofra we oye we no o ka so measure bibia be ne dey enye ne dey nkra afi insuo nso kwa fa so measure insuo ahoro fa se ofa board kese na kitwaro do say kran begumu a ebeye ma on say practical abofra na ye the brabo friend oh ye we no so enka ni trim on say e kan timie on say e bia so waye ho den infoni a abofra no e kan tim enema edusua de kese pa infoni na videos on say sa abofra no ho ade na e ma adwen no twakọ na aye den akem enti brebia na ni bebo bibisu bia no kai de adwen no twakọ no na aye den na reflect enti ba bi obehu bibia no aye den na emre pa say obeye afi ye kasa fanse bia de nsogu ba kese on te sache water ni bia on no fengum dodo e be kom no on say sa bucket we me fa me te bia sache water be eduenu eduasa egumu a ebe den ebe yam on say measurement na bi no
yes
it was a practical eden e ka bo team we na ma baseball books I horo no e dance kra if you say bibia abofra no epe bia no waye no kwen bi so a ebe ka abofra team ene hu hia say e kan team bibia waye otwo foni kama na breko no bia so no obesa ma QR code abehwe hu den video on say video ziga bia video be hwe be 5 years ago oti bi kai mu nsem nyina adentia e ka utrim video ya de ka ne patrimi pa enti bra o pese o to nhyase ma obade kai se book ba ko pe betima bua o na to san nhyase no e base brain book nko a enu ntem prempren so be frɛ o 0507 200 afi 0241 520946 zika fi yenhwe books ahoro na ye wono sindika aka say o from crèche akosi nursery yo from crèche kosi SS no oba yen crèche na oba benya literacy activity oba benya numeracy activity oba benya scribbling the other year no afi obenya coloring ni nyina crèche books afi oba yen nursery side no so a enzo benya nursery literacy for nursery 1 and 2 obenya numeracy for nursery 1 and 2 obenya writing for nursery 1 and 2 obenya phonics for also obenya picture reading oba yen KG side no so a enzo obenya numeracy for KG 1 and 2 obenya literacy for KG 1 and 2 obenya what are people for KG 1 and 2 obenya creative art obenya phonics obenya coloring obenya writing obenya picture reading na obenya comprehension ni na KG books sounds no about yen primary side no so a obenya math for basic 1 to basic 6
I see
science basic 1 to basic 6 after English basic 1 to basic 6 what are people your computing creative art asantitry history RME akwapem ni nyina basic 1 to basic 6 after mia horo as o pe bia to a obenya bi ewo ye maimu so we akra ha si azika okọ ye Lawrence Park no okọ SIC monitor prod na books of bebrebe ade a ewom ewo honum nti obenya bia ato after okọ ofi fanko side ho so na ban so awdu interchange na se ewo ma 7 so akọ plane lane so a ade obenya bia ide ato ho afi so Medina akozungu junction so a ade obenya bia ato ewo Saluslai o kuma sin so a okọ keo na afi edum so a ade obenya bia ato sanso otakrade so a ade a okọ market circle enso obenya bia ato o kufu dan so a okọ total 2 a obenya bia ato o tamlen so a ade a okọ taxi rank so a obenya bia ato nti bomodi enso be frɛ o 0507 200 afi 0241 520946 so person to enchance papa ma bada achede a achine bi on say eye base brain book nko na beden obenya bi ato obenya bi de abo ma no ukoye Jesus product no so achine bi no say ni nyina e combine your maths your science your RME your English your career technology your tree your social your French ni nyina ayade a obenya bi eden ato sanso na SS no so ayade aye biology and of government nti bo modern so be phrase see a it was 0507 200 afi 0241 520946 so person to enchance papa ma obadache de ziga a best brain book nko na wetima to enchance papa na dey ama obadache
the best brain publication moya dear papa my first copy book is they say I don't cry they say yeah yeda mo ase pa. Okay, you can check your time now. It's 14 minutes to the top of the hour 9. And we are still live on the Kessben match. You back and come on messages na Dr. Piatna say and you know enche yebeba no so isia baba men kanfo doc activated charcoal powder and farmer doc mama doc akwaba doc memo akwaba doc memo akwaba
thank you na me say when you be na ka radio so
mama doc akwaba pa Dr. John Apia doc me kayo pa 2012 when Madam Rama Brune, the late Kojo Daxon, Home Sweet Home, was fantastic.
Yes.
But
about 22 years ago.
Yeah, 22 years ago. Yes. So now me series then I me come a creative person.
I see.
Me a series this I know man telenovela me that so she.
I see.
You for India for the me for the na me that so she. Me shepa ye televista it mo die ni say me pay attention on Madam Ramabru could that same money sanoma so eye ma ho say and me no to one man me bi se bisansam man so that say bedum le bia papa na me hwe ni TV ni so no me ne baba betra se abedi ano baba ye so is an honor for me and a privilege for me today.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much, sir. So on the way. But my main come for a drop in my own doc. A drop yaba. You find a doc activated charcoal powder.
Okay.
The charcoal powder baby yaba. But when did you do them? Say na package in it here. Now who package now who say we no abasa asaw yari. Say na package in it here.
My top alcohol crowd. Mato weda.
What will be down? Very good. Very good pa. Now doc charcoal powder no. Yes, men can show say obia oye bloated as a gas engine we yam wanu no sa de bia na akoto to no foforo bi da bi ni kwase basa indigestion udidi ntimi digest yi e betimi a create problem di amount and obia osa wo so osa hudo ni na wakwa enkoda uhia doc activated charcoal powder bi no wadi no obi wo so a onso osa na ba no so no etimi ma ase aduane ton yam pese be produce na okoja nan obu aduane ton yam a na ne yam hyehye ne saa wohia webi na akotu ase e de ama halitosis se be produce obu akasa na nka kakra e wodi mu ebi wo yam ebi wo tirim ebi wo chest se aduro yi e na bedi wasem e de ama na de e be de pa ne se heartburns se abapa yade abapa any stomach upset heartburns utwa obutimi hyehye saa obuha no na don se pem ho ebi kwati mistake ni yakwa command pressure duro da bi ni kwase basa wohia doc activated charcoal powder na to se de amount uyo bia obutimi funu saa aduane bia bedi bia no na abofunu ebi ho abofunu nti wo se tia aduane ni yanunu kakra eni kwase basa enne be kwa kofa typhoid diabro numaduro to ase wate abofunu no eni kwase babiem doc charcoal herbal powder and aba na we no 100% natural mutie ni yi 100% natural and ye diaba eti bibia ye fa bibia mframu charcoal powder papa activated se unuma betimi ama ho aye den boost immune system na osia se ube yusu cap kakra bi na wasa kakra bi agum warm water o mesire kakra si anu anon doc activated charcoal powder no na they say enam say ti say the dog go kase ono kra no enu bi no oto no say enso to babia be fa bia obenya bia to na Ghana ha say o mamu afa na nyina okọ babi ti say Ekus pharmacy wa shaman obenya bia to na naboache wotema mensa takrade delight pharmacy koforudia Wedama pharmacy eno no wa shaman and all the pharmacies any herbal shop biano ubenya biato ko kashi dragle ubenya biato na pe ba ko pese akwa ko yusu ana pe be se ten bia ko yusu ana se pese utubi kokoton wa na usika dosopo na mse nsu tonti no ukwa pe ebesa amwanya adwuma ye one district one factory anti number we sisi a 059 8206 885 059 8206 885 and 020 6616 020-6616-620. Okay, Sabrede, Doctor Atrase, Doc, Memo Aqua baby.
That's it.
Now we are head of our missions and Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, board member, Commonwealth Human Rights Office, Kachre, our Africa, Kachre, dear Juma Pana, we as yet say ten. I say.
Thank you very much, sir. My bow show we're here for migritium. Once me tree no and yes so strong.
Oh, yeah, dear kind of cry.
Okay, but me try my best. Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council no a body created by 56 heads of government. If say 56 heads of Commonwealth governments no, we realize it say about social and political power now, will be. But about business, to mean far private sector from India and mix it with private sector from Ghana, ni Nigeria, ni Singapore, ni UK, ni Malta, ni Australia mo. If you say come out no 56 countries no, you know GDP no e be super. Who be to say India, ni Australia, ni Canada, GDP so. You say it was social and political power, but the best way able to me boa citizens is if we're able to help on the private sector no. How you able to me help you on the business no? About networking businesses together. Inti Ghana say no.
As a member state no, will be a one young.
Any member states no, but private sector companies ne one member states no. Or money other private sector juma. Inti yen association for instance who are big companies in Africa to say Dangote ewomu. But be a small company be a employ in for 10 pay. But omu bo juma pa.
Yeah.
Inti say ebi a Dangote say oh me pese me enter Ghana na say me pese me enter India. Yene obefa yen so they enter some market no.
Oh, I see.
Inti I to say network, I to say business council networker. Yeah, boa private sector for access different markets. Inti also your business for Ghana. To say Doc Charcoal for ya okay. No pese bia omuniema bewo Dubai and now omuniema ye boa Ghana exim say ye boa mama Ghana products who Ghana products for Dubai FIN so any day enter some markets no into ye use business networks into Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council no I had to say the business arm of the entire Commonwealth and no ni juma say ye the foreign direct investment beba Ghana, Nigeria, other African countries.
Only for the Commonwealth.
Only for the 60 countries. But one example now, for Dubai, for instance, you who say, who to say international. If you say who say yeah, Commonwealth countries in Kwana, ye business. Into what countries to say be Senegal and Liberia, or Commonwealth countries. But who are Ghana, Commonwealth country, and I was Sierra Leone, Commonwealth country, or Liberia. It makes sense to work with Liberian private sector or the Dubai private sector. It says, yeah, Commonwealth countries in membership, Commonwealth countries at the governmental level. But about business, there, all countries, we are Commonwealth or we are Commonwealth or your American companies were association, for instance.
Oh, I see.
But American can't Commonwealth. You were Dubai, ni Emirates companies, you were Saudi companies, the GIPC equivalent was Saudi Arabia. Omukaya association no.
It's a Commonwealth now. It's not about the Anglophone countries no kwa.
Debbie.
Obu a Anglophone country ruled by Britain, but on your Commonwealth.
Inti the Commonwealth no ye former countries now no muka British Empire no. But now saying other countries are nenka ho adjoining. Rwanda saying nenka Empire no home. Togo, Gabon, those are all new members of the Commonwealth. It is here a business network. I bet to say business blocker who said there's a lot of benefits. We share African Free Trade Area say now.
Can be babao.
Okay.
Can be babusa say. We share the ECOWAS protocol now. We did the ECOWAS Parliament. ECOWAS law now. Protocol and Makwama free trade and free entry in this anomaly. And they have a specific officer or more yes, a more defeating, especially when it comes to the Commonwealth countries in Africa. More connections. They said you're okana more defeat the ECOWAS there.
There be yen bois ECOWAS. A shimukina. A bois Africa free trade. A bois ACP. Won't say. Within the Commonwealth nankasa you were different blocks. Inti say who ye business now per se who access Africa now who ye UK company na Canadian company be say 22 African countries ne wo Commonwealth nimu. Inti who ra South Africa Free Trade Area now, who to me ye business across all the African countries. Who person call Caribbean in so ACP, African Caribbean Pacific States, almost some union no, through the Commonwealth, who to me Remu in the Asian countries, Malaysia, Singapore, mo, who to me Asia through the Commonwealth countries there. Until when we say a bois rather than in Ethiopia, a bois Emma network ni ye Kessben. Because all these networks are working. Wuka Africa Free Trade Area, Eshe Commonwealth mo. Wuka Asian countries, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Eka Commonwealth mo. Wuka ACP countries na Eka Commonwealth mo. Wuka EU a yewo Malta, Eka Commonwealth no. Inti within one organization no, you best say 4 or 5 blocks. Inti I had to say one store shop. I had to say wako petrol station. Utumi bu petrol. Utumi to enyema eye groceries. Utumi to entire ho. I had to say one stop shop. And no na Commonwealth ne de ba.
Nigeria account. Okay, so mami musa asem wezi. Say basa no for example 2019 before the COVID no. Buhari, the late Buhari nyame fa the currency. On say o close to our border say despite the free trade no ama of flatte the loss of the ECOWAS law no and o close to the border say ma obi amfa rice and I say MBA trade or because o money yeska ama the ECOWAS criticize momo no mo to me bi say or the Commonwealth countries no mo to me bi a say bibi sa aba no amobetimi sanction no ana say bi amobetimi condemn no.
Oh yeah to say Zimbabwe say na Zimbabwe a Commonwealth country but they are na ekoso wo ho no nti ye sanction mu yi o mu free Commonwealth no mu up to now to me ba inside Gabon omo ye coup d'etat no ye suspend omo. Okay. Oh, South Africa time now no mo ye apartheid before Mandela ban no na ya sanction omo.
I see.
Nti no my view ne say ye stronger sanctions. Yes. But no so be flouted our laws now. Oh, the thing with the Commonwealth no what for dinner Commonwealth. About the wealth that we have in common. Oh, nti say ye recognize strength na ye want. Nearby institutions say no mo yo mo ejuma.
Okay. Now, we talk about the human rights system, but Commonwealth. No, I tell me say Commonwealth Games. Now, they be no Commonwealth Games. No one say I near Europe, Asia, and as America will be near ye. You host to World Cup for this country, this continent. How come that some of the games need to be Africa? Commonwealth Games to be Africa.
I don't know. Both political will need infrastructure. And no two sides of the same coin. For games to come here, no, you hear the right infrastructure. You hear stadiums, world-class stadiums. You hear world-class accommodation facilities. And no, yeah, but it requires a lot of investment.
Recently, we had something Legon. That's all Africa Games. So
exactly,
that capacity, no. Entimi who's to Commonwealth no.
A bit to me. We'll say the size of Africa small like Accra in terms of would they Commonwealth account would the big nations India, New Australia, New Canada, so account. But I'm sure say capacity be to me just being here a little expansion. But it now comes to political will. You paying for no, it's say omo bid for sanye man. If say oh yeah, it's say this sikashim. Now we hear branding of the nation. Now we bid for the on the international stage. In terms of infrastructure, the say yeah ready. Says yeah ready with hotels. Yeah ready with stadiums. Ne all Africa Games. No, the organization of it. No, is superb. On that front, no, on the infrastructure front, no. I think we are, if not 90%, then if maybe 95% already. A political will no say yebekwa a bid for sign way.
A board member, Commonwealth Human Rights Office in Africa. So human rights in Africa. For example, the Fulani herdsmen. I know that the ECOWAS Parliament and the AU. That's been their discussion. They've been discussing and finding solution to the Fulani herdsmen. How they are terrorizing people, killing people center, left, and right. And yeah, a bamoho, a dear in common aya mudifa home, a dear moana, aya mo pese mo de boa the Commonwealth countries na fulani for infiltrate a abu mo tete wo mo na ejije nkofo ejapade kunkum mo ne sa no.
Oh, the thing with the Commonwealth ne say makase Commonwealth no aye ne ho very British system no e wo Commonwealth ne mu pa eno na ye try see e be change Commonwealth no nyema aye wo Ghana need the rest of the Commonwealth countries na and trumpeting ho no is unbelievable. If say no a quiet organization but in the background a building capacity of people and a dealing with a lot of these issues, a dealing at the government level. But the Commonwealth, unlike other organizations, no, they don't come and publicize what they are doing. But in the background, Juma speaking with governments to see how we can help governments to collaborate with one another. Nisa and Yemen. I'll show you say in the background, no, Commonwealth Juma to ensure say these human rights abuses no in CBO.
All right, yene Dr. Apia, John Apia, and I the head of the mission for Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council and board member Commonwealth Human Rights Office Africa. And recently, akasim bi me pese me baho direct. Yankasi enua atuesien. I incarcerate no. You see all in sawam niade. Yey. Na papa yi ne ho asem wa ba ya ye de na ko jail. Because say last 2 weeks and I mean say Kofi Bentel or Imani Ghana said say the man is seriously suffering. He say because why incapacitated. What a wheelchair money ade ne ade. Ye busu aye ka ho asem na won so de we aba say na ma say delegate publication e de aba banner headline say waka esa e de afa ho Capital Bank collapse at ACN is a scapegoat John Apia. Now we read the body of the story now. Your friend said page 3 and watch them na but for the benefit of enkofu ATM your munya kwan endredi ni bi chiremu ye edi entina court ahye se papa ne yemfa no kotum pisi efi se sika bi afa ne nsase a wan famra kwan so na wode akwaye ajapade ama enkofu sika him ne yede na akwa kotum ti se de Ghana mrase na wo se yede na ye scapegoat.
But your scapegoat, no, who can you treat Musa?
And no, none of pay ya dinner why may scapegoat mean kind of word back. But it is as will be a pese dim rebiba, and I see a pese a sanction cophobia, and I say beer, and patter drying,
patter drying,
and patter drying,
in patter drying,
and patter drying, let's say, a biana, assembly coso, not ye pese and cofu jai. So ye pese a mamma one say. Adi ye no obi abewura ha ni yes ye had aka se obi aba abewura ha ni afoso achi obi na ya punish no ya man punishment bia se na be serve deterrent na ye de say nipa se na be ya it will scare people from so on be enter sa room we see and no sa na me meti ase fa se de
impacted drying anope say mature to Amnesty International mature letter to Amnesty International as a mature letter to United Nations office if say sa heading now who say the atuesian aye apate drying no I think extremely valid won me say no na me one of the few nkrofo na me timu ma convicted atuesian you say na me nim no but dia na mate say why no na me dream say oh we why we di Bank of Ghana sika we di taxpayer sika me apart from the roles now me hold the ceremonial roles we me so me CEO of different institutions. Until I understand what it means. Me tuya me taxes. Me company tuya taxes. Until na me timo no me te say atu ASEAN aje liquidity support loan. Liquidity support from Bank of Ghana. Na me nim say ye loan. Me dream say ye free money biya ye dia money bank na o machi sikano. Na me nim say ye loan at 28% interest rate. A commercial loan na Capital Bank every month omutua 14 million Ghana cedis every month omundi 40 da inti na me first idea me hu atoesian case ye de bre me no a me hu ye no say liquidity support ayeke sa na enye free money enye taxpayers money eye loan enye de ama bank no enye loan na collateral ka ho Say collateral ka loan ho a said there's not going to be any financial loss to the state. Nipa ne ntua kra omo beje collateral no e de tua loan no. Nti omo ka financial loss to the state ne sa niema no a na mintiase after seeing the evidence. Into the first part to understand liquidity support no na a loan na enye free money. The second case I'll be when say na atu Asian onye MD of the bank and na on sign ye management of the bank and na wako arrange loan way for bank way and na wajin finder's fee no na ye about 3-4% of the full amount into about 27.5 million Ghana cedis. Sa finder's fee oje no enti na ende or prison mu oti wheelchair wo prison with deteriorating health and their Emma Madri mintias ye kra ne say SAS 27.5 million cedis now oje na ye they are in prison no MD of the bank no to SAS same money no or no he was acquitted in court. Inti won't say brains for omo show omo book ne niema no omo show equation wey imbalance it.
Yes.
Yeah, collide change say whatever is on the left has to be on the right. Imbalance nipa no tu sika no 27.5 million no we see onye guilty. If you say sika no tu aye no e legal. But nipa no ji sika no wa ka change say nipa no de oye guilty. Equation imbalance it. Inti we reading news reports now to say na me reading no we be say atwesi a real 90 million atwesi 90 million be any ho there is no 90 million first on we sike bia na ye loan na wa organize between central bank and nani bank and na waji finder's fee we ko ye momo and down na agent ni charge wo agent fee say utua finder's fee is the same as agent's fee is the same as facilitator's fee. A legal idea it happen in business all the time. It is 27.5 million no more charging the for no. Almost the interest of 300% account to make 62.5 million Ghana cedis. Into the 62.5 million Ghana cedis no can 27.5 million no so and no na 90 million no. Inti obia and break it down and try and say ye kase atwesi ye 90 million na first 90 million theft bia NCA second sa 90 million mo kano e 27.5 million Ghana cedis finders or facilitators fee for a legal transaction and then the rest is interest of 62.5 million Ghana cedis which is 300%.
It's also pedia kanina no we share the ruling by na Justice Chebafo made us to understand say agreement was pursuant almost say we share section 35 of the court act which is 1993 act 459 an accused person yet to be catched was say ebia wa cause financial loss to the state emra no ma ho kwan ma utue sika no so utue sika dia ho ton se u antue sika no utue sika no a utimi avoid the custodian sentence enya so catch aden na pedia wo kan de sika bia ni ho sa won kwaji sika bia won se obi sika why did Atu Asian pay your friend say the 30 million as of 30 million of sika na 90 million na ye de bond charge no utuamu be in 2022 what was that money for?
Won't say Atu Asian as part of the case no na plea bargain say he accepted say me a guilty. Na no na me a press conference in bisa me say I didn't know accept so you guilty.
He said the plea bargain in no one you know the court act 35 section 35 yeah.
And I me catch am say sa time no na me ni wa me wo Atu Asian the team. If say me say ni lawyers omubufu ye say oh yes sir because they believe say ni case no ye so strong. But me catch a journalist and say if you've ever been hungry or angry or scared or alone, decision na wo be fa no later what te why you be asking yourself say why did I take that decision? Sometimes you they want to counter back a who family for 2 weeks. won't go fear for 2 weeks, downfall. You feel alone, you feel deserted. Sometimes we can't there anyhow just so that you can get out. And I won't name in near man kofro kacheno. Say, what dear, who can we ya? You beka same no fear. Maybe a be a foolish case. Me na me ni ho. Me catch you be as me lawyer. Me apart from being on TV 20 years ago and I'm here near mano. Won't say my back out. I can't anything of this size before. Yeah. But asem no asheme. Asem na asheme. Misha Bemano, and na minim no, but me huni videos, me huni pictures no. Esheme because or representing yenina, and there a businessman. Ochna be to me ayo as a journalist. You see who say wunu aboje share. Fancy to the home. Inti minso to say no, ye young business people la. Ye create opportunities are ye hiring crowd. Ye pesi etina Ghana. In crowd ko US ni UK ni Paris ni nema ye free ho asan befie. Said this is where we want to help develop the nation.
Yeah, so and I say you baby Hajia for real. So in your case be romance scam case be or US. But what show almost system now, honunya sa problem now, it will be very difficult for you to say in jail. But Ababa one who say she got just less than 18 months and wasamba. So people are saying say her lawyers no very competent lawyers and be able to charge the jail. Okay, in this case, no, you bet me akasa atwesi and the lawyers no were not strong. And I say, one.
There be, yen to me in kasa, because one say we don't have the whole facts of the case. First, nipano so say obey plea bargain. Nani lawyer say more nya. It is the right of the person to do what they want to do. Although, ono na dene ho, ye nim nkrofo mo ka kire ne ntro when the team say wo ye plea bargain na bia. We don't have all the facts. And I mean per se ye decisions based on lack of facts. And 99 day or how be say at 90 million. Now you need all the facts. About the competence of the lawyers. Who call both football match. Now who call match so now referee the catcher say match way. Ebe ye 2-2. Usually match ne be ye 2-2. Obi accidentally she go back on 3-2 match ni be 3-3. Obi share another goal na 4-3 accidentally in the 89th minute ebe 4-4. Say referee ne aye na adwin say eye den a me wo result ne da dia obi ye bia emfa ho.
So are you per what you are saying no say me deductive be free ma. Are you saying say e bia it had the political motivation?
Me dia me hu ne say there were different forces at work.
But was a politics?
And no, me pesa ya meko politics mo.
But the way now can say be a nipa no determine so be sad way ya dey ya ti dem business say who Philip go na me person me business a question
me Philip say there was other forces at work.
Forces from where?
Meaning whether it's legal forces, political forces, media for ebe to me any force. Meaning baby free. If say meaning the entire facts of the case. And I am in person may judgment on the entire facts. But in Crawford, kase the lawyers were not good enough. I really take offense to that. Me lawyer. But meaning say lawyer be for case no or for case no akwama case no. But who name the facts surrounding if say time or ye plea bargain no and I say agro.
Because say as na I say wajiatum say plea bargain the way ya say wajiatum say my yard the name will make you can with the interest. You get me? So in this case you bet me akase bia the lawyers were good but e bia atoamwa lawyers no. At
that point in time no decision of fire no meaning no anka memfa and I mean so no ankasa sesia o looking back one fa
he had made a mistake.
He had made a mistake. But another maker say when you have the whole facts you realize says sometimes we all make mistakes based on the predicament that we are in.
Yeah.
So come diwa mistake be obeye pa later who did dia na we no you know nti I look at it in that entirety. Yes, I look at it in that entirety. Say, atu so betumi akobaka oben wenu no ho say offer plea bargaining. Then you say the lawyers were not competent or that argument I think is flawed.
Okay.
The basis of the thing, they say the source, the foundation on which the entire case was was flawed. And nothing na no pay. Omodi two newspaper must say he was a scapegoat. He was a scapegoat because he does not deserve to be where he is now, looking at the evidence.
Okay, so okase scapegoat nso scapegoat yetimi chire mu bebrebi. Ebi nso ase ba ade chire ba konso ne say ebi ana nipa na omo adi saa bone no ne ma ye de ato esi kwesi obo doso. So ba ebi ana ato force ne nanimu hare ye kase nanimu hare is like such a lenient person, the person that omo fi say we dey ye yenji su akwa we say so na yenka yehu say there was an element of criminality in ade na oma ye ni na enti bia na ato force en ye de na ato esien honorable me pro fache me of kafra ato esien en nanimu hare ne ye de na ko en ye de na ye scapegoat mamu suspect say ye won panimfo bi ne nkofo bi ka ho bi a saa di we mu ni na no mo ka ho a bia court no ne aban dada no ka o mo hye ya ye mpia o manguma ifo mu ni na anko
Me dear, me share evidence now. I don't think so. Well, because evidence now me cry no a public knowledge. And now evidence ni show say loan no moje. Sa loan no omutua every month. By the time our Capital Bank ye 2 muno. Now omutua 308 million cedis back.
Okay, loan no wa mo na je. Capital Bank. Who owns the Capital Bank?
Capital Bank was made of different shareholders. I don't have the facts on the shareholders, but many shareholders, probably up to maybe 10 shareholders.
So one person cannot take decision.
Oh no, say anything our board. We call acquittal, we share evidence for MD now, Otuye Sikana. No, say, or no, for instance, no, not on Peso Betuye Sikano. It shows say na board, a strong board. And your board are more rubber stamping, and your board who deliberate, won't say, who a company now far board now. A chair say the shareholders and everyone in the omudiomu ashe board nimu say board will take a decision.
Okay, so at
year non-executive director of the board.
Non-executive director of the board. Okay, so say a business communication. Me fan say bia ye institution yi e bet me abase you be dia onya hom. Na say nipa no institute board. And only a non-profitable board. You get me? Then that non-profitable board, nobody say board or the profitable or non-profitable board. Nobody do policy direction at the chief executive. Then the chief executive perform his management, normal manage that It's everything that the chief executive officer the policy direction of the board. You get me? So Atuesian was serving as the position a dealing assassin. But he be a chief executive of the Capital Bank. So in this case, there are some decisions be on one. I keep saying at force. take care. Abra board way. Whether it's a non-profitable or profitable board. You get me? Obudu obusi cash muno. Omunti take a decision be a nipa bako kra ni ho hwe.
Well, about governance, there's a difference between policy direction, policy strategy, and policy deliberation.
I see.
Before meetings, the board has a policy strategy or it has a policy direction that is following. But the reason we were more than one board member, usually board members, we were be at 3, and now 5, and now 7, we were odd number. The reason you have an odd number is because there's going to be voting. Until you can have your strategy, say, yen tone A, and now yen tone B. But a drew board, the policy direction tends to a deliberation where the board members now argue with one another for each person to state their case, which ends up in the board voting in favor of or in favor against. So the deliberations are completely mutually exclusive to the direction or the strategy of the board.
So at least they are taking this decision. None of the board members was able to say that as for this one, I don't agree with you. As for this one, I do agree with you. I have to go ahead and do it.
Even if some agreed or disagreed, there must have been a vote. You see, the governance, when it comes to governance and boards, there's checks and balances. The checks and balances are so that things like this don't happen. Se board ni nipa ba kopa. Se nipa no betumi aye decision no, and then whatever the chief executive believes or doesn't believe, they have to sign it off.
Okay.
There's a reason, and a board no is made up of eminent people who are respected in their various fields. Into usually for strong boards, you have a legal person.
Okay.
You have an accounting person. You have a media person. Different people from different walks of life. And that's what I want to get to. Board year decision. And now you see all these boards, who are they approved by? The central bank. The CEO is approved by the central bank. The chair is approved by the central bank. The board members are approved by the central bank. So if the people are incompetent, they have been approved by the central bank because their qualifications are seen to be good enough to be a board member.
Mr. Ayi Atuesi wakwasra no.
Makosano.
Wako hono.
Mako inse.
Odia no.
Median. I don't know.
How do you relate to him?
I relate to him as someone who could have been me or could have been you.
Okay.
Onye nipa na oye madamfo na Mishiano before.
Okay. Okwasra ni state ni say. When was the last time you went to
Mishiano 2 days ago na me won say.
Ni state ni say.
Very bad.
Twa picture ni factory et say.
Not a wheelchair mu. And say me videos na me hu about Etoesian before.
But I'm talking about what you saw with your naked eyes.
Na me ka say videos na me hu about ono before. And na nipa na me hu no te hono. Two different people, or looking like a broken person.
Jesus Christ.
You know, and that's because we share evidence now. The only reason I'm speaking out is because we share evidence now. Okay,
as for this one, let us leave the rest to the courts and the Amnesty International for the no more. But me person me busa say, "Wo no Mr. Ese also you are down for." Because everyone we said we say everyone we say you say was it a day before yesterday or yesterday? The press conference.
No, yeah, Thursday.
Thursday. No. Okay, so Saturday by some of us here read social media say it looks like an agenda. More person we by force to say we be to Asian edina free honum and I must start that agenda no. And I waka say we are down for and because of say we are madam for ninti na more person more force oh ha na we are can be a policy think tank be no akasa no we are kasa just to put pressure or a beer for Atu to look good in the eyes of the government to pardon him. And that's agenda.
One say Atu me friend Atu a friend now because of me hundia wafem. You know, and yes sympathy or empathy. Two different things. Empathy, I see myself in him. And a sympathy, whether he's right or wrong, no, I feel sorry for him. When yes sympathy, from my point of view, empathy. And I'm not atu nye madam for before. But with my conversations with him, and at the awafemu no, wabeye madam for. But that is not the reason why I am doing this, or I know other people are doing this. And yet agenda, woka agenda, it sounds negative. To say yeah plan B, ye ne free wa ye BB, but and yet agenda, a public information exercise. Because me one crofo, na me chair producer before me buy show no so say obi taxi minua from British Columbia, Canada. Say we who Adia ekoso no ena se metumi eredi amawa.
Oh, go ahead.
Give me 1 second. Or say I was one of the silent majorities. Patro mami 1 second.
All right, yene Dr. John Apia and yene twetwen komo head of missions Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council and board member Commonwealth Human Rights Office Africa and the NHM Common Kessben 92.9 megahertz and Kessben TV. Go ahead, say.
Nipa Trono, I have never paid attention to the Atu Asian Capital Bank saga. I've always been part of the silent and yet judgmental majority. But this is a big revelation. The guy is innocent after all. Good night from my end in British Columbia.
Oh, I see.
Just to show you.
Yeah. That's Dory. Yeah. Dr. Ashan. Yeah. That's nice. So and the baby sianesa. But catch BBC Banwa say because we have seen a lot of people here jelu omo a buying a granted amnesty diamomo ya pardon omo abuga pele a lot of people. Now you are talking about empathy. You are not talking about sympathy. it's empathy there means that Justice Chebafo did not do his job well. That's what we are trying to tell us. And no creating more problem for Ato than say be because yes sympathizing na yen country aban say yen nuane bia ba bia wadu no SSC ye money pie because na nipa bebre nam no so na nyesi ka ba bie home fatase ka bi obeda ho no rather than say be sad as ye
so let me rephrase it. The American say for me my priority empathy first, sympathy second.
Okay.
But the priority for me in say evidence I mean something does not add up. Because I have that empathy, no, me per se the entire Ghana.
In your sympathy.
No, a T case na say.
Okay.
Because what T case na say, ebema when your sympathy amano. By empathizing, no, na would to meet T case, no, if say be wa in conform my year me was social media, so as I year to social media, so no. Omun person be T kra. But what I'm saying is that just like I was, no, be Barnabas. Have an open mind. Have an open mind to listen to the facts. And it's public knowledge. You can request for all this information and see it. So a lot of other people are coming from the sympathy point of view alone, asking for clemency. That is absolutely excellent.
Okay.
From a sympathy perspective as well, you're very valid.
Yeah.
But because say I'm coming from both, but my priority is to come out with the information and the knowledge. Say, after all, this man was innocent. It could be your father or your mother or your brother or your sister.
Okay, so have you done a formal petition?
The petition is being done. It's being done. It will be presented to Omanpenyi, but we are waiting for some key names at Bebaso, and then we'll present it. Hopefully by the end of the week or so. But KSM, our online petition on change.org.
Yeah, I have seen KSM.
So I'll love all viewers to be able to support that as well.
But KSM, no, Mr. Na police, you know, Mr. last week. Yes. In the last week,
yes. If they believe in what we are saying and they've seen the evidence and the facts now, I'm going to call support KSM petitioner change.org online. So.
We have 30 seconds to wrap up, but Mameka Sem we see na me friend Jaw Kwan. Ye kasa ye. Bishop messages here, but I'm conforcing what are the NFP. Honestly speaking, but it's also almost TV, the DBano, almost all over the world because of the DSTV and a good TV. No? Yes, I almost what are the NFP and Safatao. Now, me also me sure say send the panda your pamatadi with him. You will nipa be our pamatadi pie because be pama na fesin your pam with the man. You find the pam.
Okay.
The whole Ghana.
Oh wow.
Or a sizeless tailor.
Oh wow.
Chepam. Na chepam no say we atade show we see and shot atade pa. Say kaftan, say shirt, say style bia pese opam bia no ye chepam. Na obetimi ahwo se won susu kura be your papa kama. Chepam no. And na chepam say bia o patade akọ parties, wedding, church, funeral ye chepam. Say sorry mo ntade kwa fo atade ne sa atade bia ye didi duma se opeso de ye bia no ye chepam fa ko chepam ye obehu no awoshi market ho na chepam wo etimu amu tie yen na me se mo fa to odi suma yen na se odi atade na efe no ho ye chepam eti mo hwe odi su de no chepam ye 020 683 7738 020-683-7738. Eho ye chepam etu pata de papa ko na ekope chepam eti doc ya de anu si catch ye your final appeal catch Ghana phone na say they should support the idea na say the ma page petition ma page we support petition na atu esien empia bonte TV no camera nini share na unse enkwa ni wo camera boda ho eti share we all camera Wakasani na ne chimuti ya nti hwe camera na kacha Ghana for
me damasi say we open up your mind enough to be able to listen to the facts. The evidence shows say atu Esian or ye innocent. To support us no per se moko change.org. KSM has started petition online. In per se mo joining us and speak to other people who might not understand the facts, because the whole thing goes to facts. The facts are public knowledge. Adi American enye intro inyina ye public knowledge. atoesi and when we will be a sika nenye free money be no fire from Bank of Ghana a loan no arrange ye onya arrangement fee and enunti and then there ote wheelchair mu once one prison ntim patcho boy na yem boy yem brother or your father or you're a very good person. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We Dr. John Appiah, your son or your actor. Yes, Home Sweet Home. Former actor. Is it where I cry?
Former me me a business person.
A business person, yeah. So, head of admissions, Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council and board member Commonwealth Human Rights Office ewa Africa and Maakye say yenene etwetwe command sabedi ye koton sase mutini asase bi wo hwa okokota woda wona kire woto ya na wisi da bi eso otimi nya asase to na to bo ase nya sika na odudu sika no ho sika no dodo na wunya botre plane se ne opese wusinifa ene jaso ene nsasi odi wakoto kra na woda wona wo ene wato fence okretim bebu
asemara nko
gosi aduru baby kretim butugu
wo ha nko
madam fu bi de the four plot yadia manakoka half plot ama alaji bi na ajeche se wo susa wo ye VIP driver de bi obafia ha wo se bone be na maye ene area house records ne nye ene nkranti na wo pasase a wasum bedwa wo toto wa bi 100 years wo si kra na ya wo dia usuo bi bia wo hono mo a eye imasco
yes
tiawa
imasco
tiawa imasco oda no wada imasco odi fatu asoma
yo me da se menua abusian for sade menua di kan aka no eye sa pepepe na etie se wo pa asase a manso sem biada eni so asase a eho dwo asase a wutua osika wi anya afei ana amanfo bi metwemanfo bi ehimfo bi anani pa binim sa be fi wawura meche se binim be fi wachi asan ba be ka to se sika na wutua ye no wantua amani papa na mum ekoro hansi manu sa na tie dia wonom ana asase yom dia seties ka foforo no Imascon Estate Ghana Limited nyame adom ye yadumaku a sa wo ha we no obeto ya asase a wuntimi enko bi mu dabiarada ebi ento dabiarada ni nyina da ene se ansa na Imascon fo ye beton ya asase no ede ama won ka wunsa ye nso eye himfo binom ene arusuanfo bi na tema yen enti anamontu biara enkomo biada sikatue bia wasi etua de ma wono ye tua bo ase efa sa kwan so eye ni nyina kama sade be ya wonso ye bo ache ni ye ton de ma wa wonko na asem biada wa akire ye anya afa na langard ni bi ana wo bi eba be katro se asase na woto ye no wan tono ensapem enu nti sa na tie de agise wo san ma misika bi anadi se wo san ya de foforo e de mame abusian Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yenim ya no ye ntia na ma ne yaso ye kura ne nam asecha ne se yenim yadwuma ye na ase yenim ne efri fam kose ne soro an ya to ye bo ase no manyina egu akwam enu nti anade bia da ye ba ne ye boda wupai e de chewo se yenko aye ne adwumaku ba kopɛ ya ye ton ensase papa eho eni asam yenko ani adwumaku ba kopɛ ya ye ton ensase a se wuto wi a eye wo dia febo sade menua yi adi wadanse yi yenko ensase no bitimi to eja wotu kwan ekwa brote 10 good years wobesan abano na sas ne edade eda na wobia enya encroachment wobia entwa bi mfai wobia nsi dan woso wobia nto wall kitwa bi mpo emfa emme wasas no ebise ye ne yetuwe no yempe sisie yempe ntokwasam yenyina ne adwuma wura eba besi ye ne ebodawuro eba besi wonum no ono mu kwa asase ne so ewo Imascon adwuma no yenyina ye bia ye ginyamidi yenyina ne ye obi a nipa ho do ehye yemu yenye yadwene dase ye kwa akobu obi afa so de bia da yasma ye kan se onyankopon ebo nipa no wompese nipa bekọ ahokyeremu wompese nipa besisi ne nua na emum ebinom anu onfa nyame asam no enya adwuma no nti ana de bia da no mu buo mu nua fa so na enso nsanka nyankopon ene ye ne nipa ise Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ye shase ye ton ye nsase edima Ghana de share so many years in here we be biada wato ya sase no won ko ye ensan enfa report bone ema sase asem twama me no ebia we na atomi woso ana ebia sei ana akwakwesi woso menua ye nsase ye ka wasemin eno no ewo twopoli na chopolia meken no ewo Greater Accra region ya emu ewo tema any dowenya kwan so ewusensa wo tra tema kakra bi na wo kɔ wanim na so ko dru dowenya ewo no mo ana Central University ewo nso ana Sagleme affordable housing ewo wodi free sam ya mienu amabodin ekɔ chopoli ba bia imas konfo yensase papa no ewo a ye pon daro sabra ne bra beto bi no ekwan enwa kwasi broni sa is just a stone throw with the free Sagleme affordable housing po ekɔ ba bia yensase no ewo no eye just 5 minutes drive pe just 5 minutes drive pe na abusia wo de ensam wa ye kan wo no wo trofo no se me dance ni ewo abrochire ana fe wani wo krotwa wi senso ana osa wo de hwe wo nsam pasen sma ye kan no enokra anasa tesem eno nti Kessben TV so yensasa ye pon dawra ye kan wansem eno ana ewo hoyi ya ye de nipa akwa ye kwa akotwa mo de ade amom na wo de hwe sade asase ni esi da so eye flat yensase ni enida ensuom yensase ni enida techem yensase ni engu bipo ayase ana engu amenamenem no aka se ebia nsuo to ebeyira fawo ana ebia nsuo ne tote a ede ateche beba ofiem ana engu bipo tifi no aka se mfama jampantudu bi fa ebia na akwa powder so ensase no enie eno na me de trewim ewa Kessben TV so eda so te sa park so we na ye bom de robiti yanka wa brocho hwe bienom wade mirika ba beto 32 plots awadi ABS Sports Complex said ye be your betete asamwaja anom empo betete kudus nom wo betete si Ronaldo nom any Messi nim bi ewo so a daachia nkom ye bebenya ni petitro bi atesa ewo Ghana mo so be footballers a wo betima som oman eye enu ntimi ne awutie me sa wo abroche sa wo Ghana ha ba bia wo bia yensase ne eye papa mansu sembiada eni so ya sa register ni nyina dam our lands commission edimum our land status registration center honomu enti yensase ne eye registered lands eye title land and ye tom ya ye diama wo promotion we ya ye ya to ni dim ese susu for land promotion wo be biada ka ho yenyi wo twen eni adoa adwuma biada wo ye eni ba bi bia wo bia no so wo ka ho enu ntin kase bia man tese ye kase yense kan obi biada se wo di dwa se opamade adwuma bia wo ye abadwuma fompom nso betimi dem ho ahyem bi enu nti bra ne yensase pa wo hu no bra na bra beto bi abusiam ye numbers no eyem yensa mami mfanto dwa no wi amete prices na so na afani asori ne yekop ye no ma edi kanom eye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 ana 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 your numbers are imas comfort your tonsase papa yes brand beto bi no ye didi djuma o ya so ye eno no ebusa yensa so hu de wo so no fita no eya anwea anwea yes bra beto asase no ne dwi anwea ne fa ewa bra wuntua kapra na se dama ewa anwea ne ho ana fi asanso atu abura twinsuo de agum ye mpese obebre ewo nsuo bra wa hyase a wo so de ntinsuo no so no yes sane free ana asase so hwe wonse adwiso ye de achew enya afa na akofa grader no akwa obi akoboka da bi ye adwiso kama edemaw ya ye demarcation nyinata ewo so ana afenso so no yesi police station ewo ho yesi market yesi event center yesi school and yesi shopping mall said ye ba ya wokote wonu ma enioma nye den emfa emaw yensas no enipa tete around dada enu nti no enye kwa ye bretuo bi mu and ye de wo ekwa akwhye ebusia ye prices no enie one plot no yesi ye pe wasam onsen kransas ne boden enu nti yesi asas no one plot no brabe fa ni 32000 Ghana cedis na 32000 cedis no yenim se scan we mu oden enu nti scan shede ni wo yesi fa 8000 ebeto asem niamfa nkwa asase nso nkwate odi emaw niamma nkwa hyase siw dan anabio company na de opese oye bia ewoso na 24000 no a ebeka no eno nso emfie polipoli mienu 2 good years abusia tieme me see 2 good years yeah 24 months and ye this was spread e dia mawo enu ntebusumi biada no 1,000 Ghana cedis 1,000 cedis and na ode bebra come say 2 years nbeso na 24,000 aka no wetimi atua wie sanso ana op half plot ye motimodin imas konfe betwa e dia mawo enu nso eye 16,000 cedis 16,000 Ghana cedis na enu nso no ye sefa emu 4,000 ebeto asem what the 4,000 to us no so no kwasa asene so ye kwa kwato de e de amount ye ma kwansa hyase ye so adwuma na 12,000 no a ebeka no eno nso ye de bosom makomako edum ye no 12 months which is 1 year ana esiwo near spread e de amount say 12,000 no fa no nso etu awie enti bosom bia nso 1,000 cedis and erusia de beba ya office no e was Printers Road Community 18 Junction Spinters Road Community 18 Junction yani Allied Filling Station okwan ne dim hwani mu ya yesan ebe KFC entimi ne ye kono mami mfa number no ntwato emfama etiefo eye 0553
0553
840
646
0553
0553
840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited Susu for land promotion abusia eda fombo kwa nunte no bra nebetobi onyankopon onhira opa
onyame enhira opa. Okay, thank you very much. Imascon Ghana for na mate say you know more atwetwe enkoba na happy birthday to Faustina Boatin Brobe. Yes, such a beautiful woman. I like your swag, baby. Faustina Boatin Brobe. A happy birthday to you. Oba Nyankopon ka hoate. Omanye kese pa ma ware pa. No ware so mudada Nyankopon to super fagu ware so. And a happy birthday to. Oh, I see. Yes, if you wife. Okay, I see. All right. Happy birthday to Prophet Enoch Echampong, founder and leader of Shelter of Grace Church. Our Asaman Kesi. Yes, the Prophet Enoch Echampong. Big Papa, yay! Prophet, Nyankopon ka hoate. Ombe wadwunu mo ntra wata ba mu netimi to ansam na epete. Nyamemie wani ye. Omma wade a obekasa. Babo ya ho buy free atamfo nsem elidia de akọ heaven na me asundua me di ye onyamedi mu. Happy birthday to you, Prophet, and a happy birthday to Nana Abna Kunadu we from wabusua nina ye mame kunadu we de abusua nina na abomu and yes ye wish you happy birthday. Nyankopon ka ho pa manya kese kwapem se obe kese oma onyi nche ma ho nana num nina happy birthday. Okay. And okay, former finance minister Ora Septepe say yemfantu atiefo ni na nim say eye ono ankasa na yere Deborah Tepe Mrs. Odaya wan sorry. Yes, the poster was when 63 years. Yay! Former finance minister with the yama woni ne yama shaden pa. Yade Kessben etiefo ni na Kumasi na nkran Kessben media ni na jay papa nem na yama shaden pa. Nyankopon fa ne crazy kopisi na be hia biem. And a happy birthday to Joanna Norte of Tamakom T26. Hey, such a beautiful woman. Joanna. Yay, Joan of Arc, such a beautiful man. Nyankopon ka hoate omanya kese kopem se obeye kese pa. Okay, thank you very much. Me din Nana Frimpong Ziega. Nyame adomo chena ye be se hie biem. We ye match dwumadi o Kessben 92.9. Ora apia support Richard in the kuchen semni na dugu nkrata ase de mame na me so me presented the mame se Kessben match sanso so moti oba palamisinka wode kuwa krata headlines ne e de breye yeti Dr. John Apia so nka Madi Jibrin Deputy Director of Elections and IT Edema National Democratic Congress so motesi no eso etwetwe nkomo e mass conform be kan yensa any on and on no yedamu ni na mo ase nyame adom wo kina ye bese hia na Frimpong Ziega ni sabrede ye ko anade boati studio na se jolaka e de sports no e de ababeto aso e de amaye.